You want abs, but you're probably tired of all the complicated workouts out there that just don't seem to work. Well, let's cut through all that noise. Today, we're breaking down a super straightforward 5-exercise ab routine that is all about one thing: getting results. And this right here, this quote basically captures the entire philosophy. You can forget doing endless mindless crunches. The real focus here is on 5 key movements and doing them perfectly. It really is all about quality, not quantity.
So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to start with the one rule that you absolutely cannot break. Then, we'll dive into each of the 5 essential exercises. After that, we'll get into a crucial part that most workouts just seem to forget. And we'll wrap it all up with a challenge for you.
First things first, let's talk about the single most important principle of this entire routine. Get this right and you're golden.
And here it is, the core commandment. Let me be super clear. If you do these exercises with sloppy form, you are literally just wasting your time. The whole system, the whole thing, only works if you do them exactly as I'm about to describe, every single time. It's all about that perfect form and being consistent. All right, time for the main event. Let's get into the 5 moves that are going to target your entire core. We're talking upper abs, lower abs, and those obliques on the side. The whole shebang. Kicking things off with the classic, the plank. You know, the exercise that's famous for making 1 minute feel like an entire hour. But trust me, there's a very good reason it's number 1 on this list.
And the purpose of the plank is so key. We're not just trying to build some muscle here. We're building foundational stability. This is the stuff that protects your back and gives you real, usable strength in your everyday life.
And this slide just illustrates the difference between actually working out and just, well, wasting your time. You want to keep that back perfectly straight, like a wooden board, and squeeze your glutes and your core tight. There should be absolutely no sagging hips and definitely no sticking your butt way up in the air.
Now this is a theme we're going to come back to again and again. The goal here isn't to count seconds. Nope, it's to hold that plank until you physically cannot keep good form anymore. You know that shaking feeling you'll get? That's not weakness, that's the sign that your muscles are getting stronger. That's the magic.
Okay, moving on to exercise number 2. Bicycle crunches. With this one, we're going from the static hold of the plank to a dynamic twisting motion. And this is what's really going to target those side abs, your obliques.
That's right. This move is all about zeroing in on the obliques. It's designed to carve out the sides of your core with a really controlled, deliberate twisting motion.
You know, the biggest mistake people make here is speed. They just start flailing their arms and legs around like crazy. That's not it. The real key is slow, controlled movement. You need to actually twist your entire torso to bring your opposite elbow to your opposite knee. You have to really feel that squeeze.
And now for the one everyone just loves to hate, leg raises. This is where we declare all-out war on the lower abs.
Let's be honest, the lower abs are notoriously tough to target, which is exactly why this exercise is so essential. It directly engages that area, forcing it to fight against the weight of your own legs. Okay, pay close attention to this. The most important part of this entire movement is lowering your legs. You've got to do it as slowly as you possibly can. And this is critical. Never let your heels touch the ground. The moment your heels rest, you've lost all the tension. You have to keep it constant. The floor is lava. This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? This exercise should feel brutally difficult. It's that level of intensity that actually creates real change in your body. And this is the rule for bicycle crunches, for leg raises, and for the next exercises we're going to cover. Don't count reps. You stop only when you physically cannot do one more repetition with perfect form. That is your target, not a number.
Okay, let's pick up the pace with exercise number 4, mountain climbers. This is a super dynamic move that's both a core exercise and a cardio blast all in one.
Form is so critical here if you actually want to engage your abs. You need to stay in that strong plank position, keeping your hips down. Then you drive your knees powerfully towards your chest, one at a time, almost like you're running horizontally. No bouncing your butt up in the air.
And for our final exercise, we're going to slow things right back down, the bird dog. It might look simple, but it is a serious test of what your core is actually designed to do.
See, here the focus shifts completely from feeling a burn to feeling balanced. This move trains the deep stabilizing muscles in your core. It's all about preventing unwanted movement and controlling your center of gravity, which, by the way, is the true definition of a strong core. So now you have the 5 exercises, you have the rules about form, and pushing to failure. But there's still one critical piece of the puzzle that we haven't even talked about yet.
And as you've probably guessed by now, the answer is a big, fat no. You could do these 5 exercises perfectly every single day. But if you ignore this next part, you will simply never see the results you're looking for.
And here is that reality check. The old saying is absolutely true. Abs are revealed in the kitchen. You just cannot out-train a bad diet. And on top of that, you need to get proper sleep for recovery, you need rest days for your muscles to actually rebuild, and you need to drink plenty of water. This is the unspoken rule that makes all the hard work actually matter.
So that brings us to the final part, which is all about putting everything we just talked about into action.
So here's the challenge for you. Commit to this routine for 30 days. No excuses. Combine these 5 exercises, the rule of pushing to failure, and all those unspoken rules about diet and recovery. Just 30 days of pure consistency.
And that's really the perfect question to end on. The plan is laid out for you, the rules are crystal clear, now it all just comes down to your own discipline and consistency. So the real question is, what are you going to do with it?